Good morning, everyone. It is time to trade. Whew. It's currently 7:01, and let's take a look at the charts. See what the early birds got going on this morning. Oh, looks like they're busy, and it looks like they're like, I'm going downtown, Bobby Brown. All right, 7:07, so it's been a few minutes, and really we have kind of a consolidation right here. Like, there's really nothing going on that's clear. I will say it feels like it wants to go up, and we've got decent volume at 277, but I don't think we're quite. 258. The last candle had 903 in the volume. So we've got volume out there, but there's not really a clear indication. So I'm just going to hang tough for just a few more minutes and see if this develops into an uptrend. If I was a betting man, basically, if you're trading, you're a betting man. So I don't know. That's funny. But if I was to guess, I think this is going to turn around and go up for a while. That's my hunch right now, but I think we need to wait and see how this thing kind of turns out just a little bit. All right, I think this thing's got a little bounce coming off of it. I really do think the trend's going to go up, like I was saying a minute ago. So I think we're going to jump in. We're going to go long. Let's move that to right there. All right, let's go buy. I really think, nope, we can't move that. Bummer. All right, we're going to buy a unit, and we're going to go 10 up, 10 down. I'm always a 10 pip up, 10 pip down. You either win or you lose, one or the other. All right, and here we go. Boom. Okay, so there's our positions. Spread that out a little bit so we can watch it. And make that just a little bit bigger. But I think that there's a decent chance that this is going to trend up. So we're in the market. That's honestly, it's so much fun. So much fun. So let's hope. Let's see. We're obviously out of the money. 1.2 pips, which that's the spread. That's, back in the day, 5-6 years ago, you could only get like a 3 pip spread, maybe 2.5 on volume, and then it would go to like ridiculous numbers outside of volume. And now you can get down around 1 pip when there's volume. So what I'm talking about is if you look up here between the buy and the sell, right here is the spread, and that's the difference between the buyers and the spreaders. Basically, that's how your broker makes money, is on the spread. So with tight spreads of only a pip, when you have a 10 pip limit, you're really looking for like 11 and a half pips to close out. That's why you'll see the candle go through your limit line just a little bit before it closes. It's got to catch up to where you can sell it. So that line is kind of the buy line. And so you've got to go through it with the buyers as it's going up until the sellers hit it, and it would be the opposite going down. And so if you have a contract and you're like, why didn't that hit out and went through the line? It's because it didn't clear that spread between the buyers and the sellers. Because if you're long, you have to sell. That's how that works, if you didn't know. All right, let's see where this bad boy takes us. Oh, buddy, we might have had the right hunch. It felt like it was going to swing back up. We're up 2 pips. That's pretty exciting. My fear is maybe as it starts to bottom out right here, because we had like a spinner candle right here, still another long one, decent volume at 463. So if this thing climbs, we're going to be in the money, and then we'll see if we have established a new trend line. If not, I can see this thing kind of coming and then going up and taking a little bit longer. Whew, that's exciting stuff, though. I love it when you're on the right side of the pips. Literally, just as I said that, within like a minute, this, you can look at this, recess and back. That's the ebbs and flow. It's like the ocean. The wave comes crashing in. There has to be like a little bit of a pullback before the next wave comes in. You just hope that that pullback isn't so big that you don't see the next wave. I think this is going to have a little bit of a pullback, but I think it's going to round back around and then head back up. So I still think it's a good trade, but a little motion in the ocean. And really our stop is clear down here at the bottom of this candle. So I think we do have a good position in play. We just got to see if this thing will roll. All right, so just as we thought, I had a hunch. I really didn't want it to be, but there was a hunch where this was going to sell off, give us a little bit of a red candle, which is probably fine that it happened, because here's what we can now do is we kind of can guess. When I say guess, this whole thing's a guess, by the way, that potentially there's like a line right here that we can start working off of. So if that does indeed become our trend line, then we have something that we can trade off of, and an established go. And really it's not deep enough into it yet, but you know, that might be something like this, where we have some bounce and then it comes around, heads back up, and then we can get to where we can trade just a little bit. So anyway, I felt like there'd be a little bit of pullback as we go back up. Let's see if it bounces off that line or helps us establish a new line and gives us a direction to go. All right, so this thing's kind of respecting this line that we put right here. And it's not even a solid line yet, but it's a kind of an indicator of where we're headed. And it seems like it's respecting it, it's bouncing, it's getting close. And now we're getting a little bit of upswing on this, coming back into the money. So maybe this thing will just kind of grind right through here and respect that line and get us into a positive trade. The best part about it is if it does, then we actually have kind of a trend line that we can trade off of, which would be, I mean, ideal, right? Then we can at least make educated guesses on which way the wind is going to blow. I think it's blowing north today, though. All right, so we did have a nice strong blue candle right here. Good strength. The volume on this bad boy was high at 450. So now we're on to here. I think you probably see this thing maybe bounce. You might see you might see a small tail, but I think this thing's gonna round back up. We're about 5 pips into the money. I bet we don't hit it on this calendar. I don't think we'll hit it on this candle. I bet it's the next candle. And then the best part, the thing I'm most excited about, is we're starting to feel like there's a little bit of a trend that's establishing right here. And maybe we can snag 1 or 2 more trades here this morning. Oh, this thing's giving himself a good push. We're like 8.5 pips into the money, and we're toying with that line. So maybe we will hit this on this candle, which would be rad if it did. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought it hit. I was like, wow. No, it's kind of just bobbing. It's like a slow dance. If that was awkward for you, you know what to do. All right, so let's keep an eye on this. It's got to go. I think it's all things are pointing north. The wind is blowing. Oh, that's a nice strong breeze. We're having like a little gust right there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Go, baby. Go. If you talk to your computer like that and encourage it, it's kind of like standing at the craps table. Come on, baby. Hit the 8. Hit the 8. Come on, baby. Is that awkward? I think it's a little bit awkward. But the reason why I'm not shutting off the camera is I think it's going to hit it. I think it's going to hit it. Come on. Oh, now it's recessing back. What the heck? Watch, this will be the candle where it just like flips over and rolls way back down. I was like a half a pip from closing out, and this will be the one that decides to roll back off. I was predicting the next candle to be my closing candle, but oh baby, you're there. Come on, push it. Push it. I don't think that does anything, just for the record, but it is fun when you're trading to encourage your candle to do what you want, which turning red is not what we want. Come on, man. Oh, it's probably going to come down here and bounce. It's going to be forever now. Yeah, look at this. Big red. The wind is blowing the opposite direction all of a sudden. We have probably established a new trend line though, because it kind of popped this. So I do think we're going to be in a position to move this down just a little bit and help us to establish this trend line. We were like 1 pip. All we needed was just a little bit more. Look how that double candle right at the line. Ah, so close. But we got to hang on to that 10 pip target. So let's have this thing bounce. Next candle, I think we're good to go. I still think this thing's blowing north. I think this is always interesting when I just magically draw a line on a chart that really doesn't mean anything other than we're kind of just watching a trend, and how often you have candles that kind of respect that line. So, we had a pretty good push up, a little bit of a sell back, but this guy's bouncing the line and going. Who knows if it'll stay and it'll keep going that way? But we cannot predict the future. All we're doing is guessing which way the wind's going to blow. And I feel like by drawing lines on your charts, you create places for the market to push one way or the other. And here's the reason why. I'm not the only one that drew that line. There's a lot of people drawing lines, and they'll trade off lines. And so I guess what I'm saying is don't be afraid to draw lines on pretend trends and watch your chart. Kind of respect these lines, if you will. So anyway, we are 6.5 pips in the money. It seems like the buyers are back in charge on this candle, blowing to the north. Let's go. Let's close this out so we can get back in. That's funny, huh? You're like, close, so I can go again. Oh, here we go. That's a big push. 8. Come on, baby. 8 pips in the money. If you are wondering where I'm at, like here shows your profit or loss right here on this side. This is my stop loss line, and this is my take profit line. And we are really close to the, look, it hit that again. There is definitely a ceiling right there. This one's going to push through though. And we do have to push through like a pip. It's a 1 pip spread right now. So we do have to kind of like, ram through, thumbs up it through that take profit line. Which, by the way, anyone that ever watches this, which is very few right now, like, leave a comment, because I think it'd be fun. I want to comment on my channel. Okay, this is coming back. There's the twin towers. Now there's 3 right there. What the heck? There's definitely, like, they know that's where my take profit line is, and so they keep teasing me. Dirtbag charts. All right. The wind is blowing the wrong direction now. We were so close 3 times. But you can still see this is teetering right along this trend line that we've drawn. I think what we'll do is maybe, let's just adjust it right to there. Because that was where the candle started. gives us maybe a little better indication. I still think we have this thing bouncing. The good thing is as this line trends closer to our take profit, our odds get better of getting it, right? Like, because we kind of have this higher highs, higher lows scenario going on, other than our high is kind of the same. But our higher lows are helping us along the way to keep this trend line. So this one's really only got to move like 5 pips and 6 pips and it's done. We closed the trade. So it's not really that much movement at this point. We had decent volume on the last candle, and I think we have decent volume on this one moving forward. So I think it's going to close in the next candle or two. These are 5-minute candles, by the way. That's what I like to trade on. It happens fast enough. You can get these little mini trends in there, if you will. And it's fast enough that you don't get bored falling to sleep. But I'm really only running one chart. I'm not trading all the chains. I kind of just stick to the Euro US. All right, this thing's really kind of honoring that trend line right there. And now, I mean, we had a big sell-off right here, obviously, but now we have this blue candle right here, and it's bouncing that. And so I got a feeling we might just close this little pie chart graph right here just a little bit and have this thing go. I mean, that was a soft candle for sure. Just didn't move much. That means that there was kind of a tug of war, but we did have a higher low. Oh, look at this. This thing's opening. Go, baby, go. Oh, did you see that? Oh, yes, go. Wait, so we've hit this line again. Let's see if it squeezes past it. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Boom. Right? That is so fun every time. Thanks for watching. See ya.